Hello YouTube, this is Jeff with Jeff's Toy Reviews, and today I am doing a review of FansToys Koot. Just got this guy in, somebody I pre-ordered earlier this year and had my reservations on, and I'm going to tell you right now, I have a mixed bag. I'm a mixed bag on this guy, and I'll tell you why. So first, let's go ahead and look at the packaging. It does say Koot. It is a nice picture of Kupp. This is FanToys version on Kupp. He does turn into his Cybertron pickup, FT-22, FansToys 2017, and you go to fanstoys.com. Here he is in his alt mode. It says Koot on the bottom, and then there he is pointing at you again. And of course, you have your product shots on the back. He does have two different windshields. He has a nice different face sculpt if you want. He does come with a target master, and it shows you different little things that can be done. His target master in the back of the bed, and then you can always read his bio. So go ahead and pause there, and pause there, and there you go. On the bottom it just says Koot, and there's all your warnings and stuff down here. Koot on the top, and that's it for the packaging. So that's out of the way, and he does come with this really nice piece of artwork on his trading card. I like some of these. I wish some companies would do something else with the money that it costs to make these, but oh, whatever. There is his tech specs if you want to check that out. And here is the instruction booklet, and I'm going to tell you something about these instructions. This figure should not be this complicated. Really shouldn't. We just come off two great figures that I've received earlier this year. Phoenix and Phoenix, their version of Skyfire, and Sovereign, their version of Galvatron, were not this difficult or fiddly, and I didn't feel like I was going to do something crazy with it. So with that being said, here is Koot. I'm going to go ahead and bring down my camera just like so. And there he is. Really nice looking Cybertronian truck. He is heavy. There is a lot of die cast. These panels right here are die cast. It's die cast up here in the front. Some stuff on the bottom is die cast. The feet are die cast. You can just feel the coldness of the metal. It's kind of nice. So there he is, the underside. You can see his belt, his legs, his hands. He does have visible hand syndrome. But other than that, he rolls back and forth. I mean, it's a nice rolling vehicle. And yeah, pretty cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at his accessories. He does come with his rifle. No paint or anything on it. It is a decent sculpt, but it is what it is. You can take this rifle. I did leave the quality sticker on there on purpose. And then you can stick the rifle back here, and then you can have that as, turret in the back. Or you can take his target master, which they don't give him a name. It's just target master in the box. So he does have some really nice sculpting, kind of simple, but nice in itself. It's all plastic. He does have the painted face. Let's see if I can focus. There we go. And boy, that looks really, let me tweak my lighting. There we are. So there you go. Nice, really nice face sculpt there. Painted blue eye, silver face paint. That's only the paint on here. So to transform him, you just fold up his arms like so, and then put them out, and then you're going to take this whole gun piece on the back and then rotate that all the way up. And I'm having issues focusing right now. I'm not sure why. And then there is a peg hole here, or a slot here, and you do have a tab right there, and that just goes in right there. You can see his face a little bit in there, and it is what it is. I'm going to turn these legs around, and then when you do that, these tabs are going to go right in together like so. And then you're just going to bring it up, and just kind of all sits in there, tabs in together, and then you bring that down, straighten everything out, and there is his target master. And you know what? It's not bad looking. I actually like it quite a bit. This handle is tight, but you can plug him in the back as well, and he does all his rotations and whatnot, because this swivels here. You see that there's like a T peg, not really deep, but it's enough to get the friction in there so it will stay. And you know, well, there you go. Not too tight, not too loose. So that is that for recoil, their target master that they included. It took me a minute to remember that. I didn't remember it. I had to look him up on WikiLeaks or Wikipedia, because not WikiLeaks, but Wikipedia, because I couldn't remember that Kupp's target master. But I never owned Kupp, so this is my first Kupp for. Actually, no, I do have the Generations Kupp, and I'll put pictures of him in car mode and in robot mode with the Generations Kupp at the end of this video, and also the Titans Return Kupp. Unfortunately, all those are packed away at this moment because I've been reorganizing and restructuring my office. So, but I got this guy in, and I couldn't wait to review him. So really, really cool. Now, I think the Cybertronian mode truck looks fine. It looks just like the movie. Nothing outrageous or anything, you know, completely huge going on. It's the same thing. But that being said, this transformation is such a pain in the butt. And I don't cuss in my videos, but if I did, I would say I would have been cursing a lot. So I will keep my opinions while I am transforming this guy back to myself as I transform him. But know this, the truck is really nice. It's heavy. It is very G1-esque. It is very animated movie look. It's really nice. The plastic is good quality. The tires are plastic. These are spring-loaded, which is cool, and I'll show you why that is in a minute. But really, I mean, he looks great in his Cybertronian truck mode, and he is a pain in the butt for his truck. I mean, to transform him, excuse me, just a pain in the butt. So without further ado, let's get this torture started. Just kidding. So it's not that bad, but it's bad enough. So you're going to kind of loosen up this here, kind of get that out of the way, get this out of the way, because you need to get some stuff kind of clearanced out there. And then kind of loosen this up and untab this from here, because you just untabbed this from that, and then you're just gonna bring this out of the way like so. Go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Now I'm going to tell you, the instructions don't say this at all. They actually have you putting these pieces in a lot earlier, and yeah, I had to do it this way because it was the only way that made sense. And you're going to bring this piece up, and there is a tab and a slot there. You'll see it right here, and you're just going to bring this out. This is die cast, which is nice, and then this is on a slider. So you see the slider pin there, and you're just going to slide that over, bring this down, and then you have a slot here, and you have a tab there, and that's just going to sink in right nice and tight like. It doesn't snap in, which is fine, but come on. And why is, oh, this one's kind of hooked here. And then you're just going to bring that back, and then you're just going to slide this over like so till it's slid all the way over, and then boom. Alrighty. The legs aren't that bad. The legs are actually kind of a cool thing in transformation. Now you're going to pull this apart and pull this, and then it's there. This piece here is tabbed in here, and then this is here, and this is a slide. So, you know, kind of just bring it all around, and it fits in really nice here, and it snaps into place, which is nice, but whew, is it a pain. And then it also, this peg right here goes into the side of the knee. So now you just go ahead and extend that all the way out, bring this forward and down like so, and then just bring this all in, and it just snaps in together. And then you just, once you snap that in, you just slide it down like so, bring his foot up, and there you have one leg completed. And oh, I forgot one thing. Push this in, it's spring loaded because of the transformation, and that just covers that up and holds that into place really well. And we're going to do the same thing over here. I had to use a tool last time, and it looks like maybe I loosened it up a little bit, which is good. And then straighten this leg out, kind of see what I'm doing over here, and then back down. And then we're going to take this here, and then we're going to slide, and you're going to see that hooks right into here, and then this just kind of closes it on itself. We'll bring the foot up, and then you can just bring this down, and that'll keep the wheel in there. So there we go. I mean, that's can't get any easier than that for legs. And I really like the legs. I think they did a great job with them. It's this. This is a pain in the butt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise this camera up a little bit so you can keep everything on screen. Okay, so this whole thing, this whole assembly here is designed to frustrate you. So you're going to pull this down, and you're going to take this whole piece up and around. You can take this here and just go ahead and fold that down just so you don't have to do it later, and just like that. Okay, and we're going to come back here. This is going to fold out. You're going to push down on this tab. This will bring Kupp's head up, and then there's two tabs here, and oops, sorry, another one here. These tabs or these pieces need to fold up with Kupp's neck or with his head. That's there. This rotates, but there's no explanation why it rotates. I mean, oh, actually, yeah, these come forward like so, and then yeah. Okay, so that's like that. Then you take the wheels and you unwrap them like so, just to get them out of the way. You're going to bring the arms out. I just rotate them up and kind of have him doing a yay, just to get the clearance issues out of the way. And I'll straighten all that up in a minute. You can take these together and you can just bring those together like so if you want, just so you don't have to do it later, and then bring that back up and just hold that out of the way. Okay, so back here we have all this mess, and you're going to actually, let's see here, bring these back down. I forgot to do something. Okay, so these need to stay down here, and then you're going to take this piece, this whole backpack area, and you're going to lift it up a little bit, and then you got to push that out. You push that forward. You're going to do the same thing over here. You got to lift, and you just got to lift it so you can get the clearance, because otherwise it can't clear. And then you're going to take this piece here, and you're going to rotate that and all the way around, and that's going to help with finish off the hip skirt there. And okay, that's that. And then you're going to do the same thing over here and there. Now for these pieces, you're just going to take and you're going to kind of create your own clearance, and which really sucks because this feels really weak. It's not, but it feels really weak. You're going to take this piece and it's going to tab into here, and then you're going to take here, bring this back again, and then you're going to bring the wheels back. And sorry if I'm in the way on that, but And come on, get it. Why aren't you tabbing in? Oh, that's right. This piece here popped off on mine, and it's not, it's just held in by friction, but once you tab everything in, it's fine. And I think they did that just in case to, you know, have things have a little bit of giveaway, but yeah, it's still something that, you know, there's issues here. I shouldn't be pulling things, plastic pieces out of the way that I think are going to break just to do that. So now I bring the arms down, leave those forward. So we look here at the back, and we're going to come in like so. Now you see, actually we're going to, before we do that, you'll see here this piece, this entire assembly right here, this has to slide down. This is what the wheels are on, and it is very, very tough. I've seen a couple other people review this, and they were using, they just used screwdrivers to move this, and I'm trying not to do that. There's no screw, well, I might have to. I use a flathead, and I just push it for a little extra leverage. Down, good Lord. It's just really tight, and then what you do is you're just going to take the wheels, and you're going to bring them in, and then collapse them in like so. See that? And then this is all collapsed here. You're going to take this piece here, and you're going to fold it all the way down. And actually, I forgot something. Bring these out just a little bit because they're going to tab in right here. Now, I will tell you, the instructions do not, well, I guess they're really not tabbed in. They're just sitting on top. It's just sitting on top of this. But it might as well have been tabbed in because it was difficult to get out. And it says, oh, just pull it up. You can't just pull this up. It is locked in there. And so kind of a pain. Now you're going to take this whole assembly, and you're going to come up and around. Well, actually, not yet. You're going to bring this down because I forgot. Got to do something first. And you're going to have these ports. You have these two pegs are going to peg right in there. And it's just going to accordion itself down, snaps into place. You can bring the arms down just to get them out of the way, and then you're going to take this whole assembly up, and you're going to bring, actually, you got to accordion this up a little bit, like so. And you'll see that this kind of lines up with everything, you know, well, it doesn't kind of line up, it lines up. And this one did not line up yet because it went back up. So I need to pull, actually I needed to pull the back, this out, bring this back down like so. And there, so that lines up all nice and neat. And then you can bring Kupp's arms, and you're going to go ahead and, actually, I can't believe I forgot to do that too. Okay, so you see, once you get these lined up front, you're going to take this piece. Oh no, you're not. You're not going to do anything. You're just going to collapse it like this. I don't know why I thought I forgot to do something. And then you're going to, well, because it didn't look right. And then you got that. You're going to take these two pieces here, and you're going to clip those in. Oop. And make sure you got to line everything up just right. And you see that there's this square hole right here. He has a square peg on his neck. Go ahead, bring that in, lock these, and then that's that. You're going to take this piece here, you're going to turn it, rotate it up and around like so. And there's a bunch of tab peg holes back there, so that'll all fit. And he does have a backpack, so Kupp brings his own luggage. And there. you have, all right, Koot. Actually, getting him into robot mode was quite easy compared to getting him into the car mode. And that is funny because, yeah, that was a pain in the butt earlier. You really have no idea. It's just frustrating. It took me a half hour just to learn how to transform this guy the first time. And maybe I'm the only one that'll happen to. Maybe it won't happen to you, but you know what? He looks great. This guy looks like Kupp. So let me bring him back a little bit so you can take a look at him. And like I said, I will be doing all the comparison pictures and stuff. There will be comparison pictures at the end of this video, and I will show them with a couple of FansToys characters, and I will show them with some Masterpiece and Generations counterparts of Kupp. He does come with some accessories besides his weapons. I did not open these up because I don't plan on using these right now. He does come with a cigar face and an extra pair of eyes, metallic eyes that fit in that face. And he comes with these two little, really tiny cigars. And then he has the translucent windows that just look like they slide on and pop on and pop off. And then you can put that one on in the piece that goes in the middle, so you can have it all like that. So, but I didn't open those yet because I don't want to lose them. So let's go ahead and get a closer look, a better look at Kupp. I'm going to bring the camera up just a little bit more, and then I'm going to put a nice angle on it so we can see Kupp. There he is, and you know what? He looks good. If you want a Masterpiece Kupp, this is going to be your guy. He is a really, really good looking version of Kupp. I saw what Toy World did, and I would not buy that because it doesn't look like Kupp. It looks like a really strange figure, and this is Kupp. FansToys did a great job with the modeling of this figure. It's the engineering that I have my issues with. This backpack is unnecessary. There he looks like from the back. But that backpack's huge. I think that's way too big. Considering what they did with Sovereign, considering what they did with Phoenix, even their Insecticons were really nice and compact. I don't know why they couldn't do it something different. I don't know if they were rushing this figure or what, but they really did a weird job with that backpack. Other than that, I like all the detailing. It looks really good. I like the metallic blue eyes. His head is on a ball joint, so he can look all over. He can look down a little bit, and then he can look up a little bit. He can spin his head around, and that's it. He does have a nice ratchet. This is friction. He does have a bicep swivel and a double jointed elbow. And that's part of transformation, but you can also bend his arm that way if you want to have him wounded or something. But he does have a waist swivel, but if you notice, if you go too far, these will catch on the belt, on the buckle, and see they untab. So there's no rocker up top. That's as far as the leg can go forward, and as far as it can go back. He can do, I believe, he can go out. So he can do the splits, or the Van Damme, as Bobby Skullface calls it. He does have a thigh swivel. He does have a double jointed knee, which is nice. And he does have a really nice, this is plastic, this is die cast, nice ankle tilt. So, getting him into poses and keeping him into poses is not going to be a big deal. He is very sturdy. He's very weighty. But that transformation is not fun. That transformation, at least, I will tell you, it wasn't so bad going from car to robot, but going from robot to car, just before I did this video, was excruciating. It took me a long time because there were all these weird clearance issues where you had to pull pieces just around, and I was afraid I was going to break them. I'm not going to lie. So I will go ahead, and he does have the typical hands. It's not, these are all fused together, and he does have like the It just looks like his hands are kind of weird. Wish he like had like a little gap here, a little hole there, so he can hold his cigar, which I thought would be funny, but no. So you're gonna take this. It has a tab here, and you can, just like all the other Masterpiece figures are out there, and hold that pretty well. It's not going anywhere. So, and he can hold it like so. Like so. So, I mean, it's pretty good, actually. I really like, he is sturdy. He is really cool, because he is he's a wrecker, and FansToys does put out a good product, but I don't know what they were doing when it comes to this guy, because the weight, and he has the same thing. It's a Masterpiece style gun. And you can just plug that into the other hand. So I do like the idea that they give you the option to have Kupp dual wield weapons. But like looking at this figure, bring the light in a little bit more. Looking at this figure, I really like the figure. Looking at the truck looks really good. Looking at the transformation, I didn't like it. I thought it was horrible. Too much clearance issues. There's not really a lot of quality issues, which is good, like quality control issues, except for, I don't see any paint issues or sprues or anything anywhere. But the what they did for his engineering was not good. I think they could have done better. Maybe FansToys should have taken their time, especially after putting out such great figures like I keep comparing them to Sovereign and Sky and Phoenix, but their version of Skyfire and Galvatron were fantastic, and the engineering was good. It was solid, and transformation was fun on all those figures. This transformation is not fun unless you like really, really intricate and transformations. So I like transformations like that myself sometimes, but for a figure like this, I was hoping they would have done something a little simpler. That's just me. It's just my opinion. Overall, I think he is a must get. I've seen what Toy World has offered for Kupp, and I didn't like him at all. FansToys, I do think just the aesthetic for what they did, they knocked it out of the park for this guy. Koot is a very sturdy figure, great die cast, great weight, plastic feels really good, nice paint, nice translucent orange, and like all little tiny details are really nice. So, I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with this figure at all. It's just beware of the transformation. The instructions do miss a couple of things. And so beware of that too when you're going through, because you're going to be really surprised when you go, hey, how do I move this piece? Because they don't tell you. They actually don't even tell you how to remove the face. I believe you just unscrew the face and pop it off. I mean, I guess you could, I don't want to try to just pop it off. Yeah, I think you unscrew it. Let me see the back of this face. I should have looked at that. Yeah, you have to screw it on and screw it off. There is a screw hole back there, it looks like. So, and that's just the pain. I don't want to do that. So, you'll see pictures of the face with the cigar and stuff in the pictures after this video. So, I guess my final review is this guy a must get. If you want a Kupp for your Masterpiece collection, right now this is the closest thing you're going to get to having Sergeant Kupp up there. I think he's perfect the way he looks. Like I said, look at this guy. He looks great. He's got nice metallic eyes. He's got the whole aesthetic. He looks like Kupp from the cartoon movie. His truck, Cybertronian truck mode, looks like Kupp from the movie. But again, the transformation for me is just a little much. I know I'm rambling, but it's because I lost my train of thought. I'm trying to catch up to it. Hope you don't mind. So anyway, final thoughts again. 8 out of 10. I would give this guy like an 8.5. An 8.5 out of 10. If I was going to grade him, I give him an 8 out of 10. If you want a Kupp, definitely get this guy. If you don't need a Kupp, then pass. FanToys, I think they're doing great with the looks of all their figures, but I am worried about the transformation, especially the one I just went through, because I didn't think I would see that from them. But anyway, that's it for me, and this has been Koot by FansToys. This is FT-22, and this has been Jeff with Jeff's Toy Reviews, saying thank you again for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel. Remember, giveaways are coming, because I'm going to hit 1,000 pretty soon, I hope. And thank you all for your support. Have yourselves a great evening, and you can follow me on Instagram at Jeff's Toy Reviews. And I think that's it. Pay attention to the pictures after, and that should give you an idea of how he scales with other figures. Thank you again. Have a good day.